So what's that famous meme from The Onion? It's like, worst guy you know makes great point or something like that. This is the perfect example of that. So Elon Musk, I don't know, it looks like he's on Lex Friedman's podcast here, and somebody grabbed this off TikTok. But he actually surprised me with this, what he says here about what's happening in Gaza at the moment. Let's listen to it.
If you're going to just outright commit genocide, like against an entire people, which obviously would not be acceptable to really shouldn't be acceptable to anyone, then you're going to leave basically a lot of people alive who subsequently, hate Israel. So really the question is like, how, for every Hamas member that you kill, how many did you create? Mm-hmm. And if you create more than you killed, you've not succeeded. That's the real situation there. And it's safe to say that if you kill somebody's child in Gaza, you've made at least a few Hamas members who will die just to kill an Israeli. That's the situation.
Man, even Elon Musk sees this for what it is. So look, what I would say to him, first of all, I'd say you're right. This is correct. But take it one step further. The excuse that Israel is giving that all of Hamas needs to give up in order for the bombing to stop. Think about that for a second. They know that is an impossible standard for the reason he just discussed. Because every time you do a bombing and you kill an innocent person, how many more Hamas members did you create? How many family members of them? How many kids who are orphaned? There's over 10,000 orphaned kids now that were just created in this recent bombing campaign. So, you're creating more Hamas by the minute. So when you say Hamas needs to unconditionally surrender, you know that's literally impossible because you're never going to kill the idea. Hamas is just the idea of a Palestinian hardliner who is cloaked in the identity of an Islamic fundamentalist who is against the occupier and would stop at nothing to get them out of the way and to free Palestine, right? This is, from their perspective, this is what they believe. You're never going to get rid of that idea, especially as long as the occupation continues. So what I would say to Elon Musk is take it one step further. Israel knows this, but they don't care because they actually don't want to stop the bombing. They would like to keep bombing. They would like to keep killing innocent civilians. And they would like to do, as they're already in the process of doing, ethnically cleanse Gaza. Right now, they've kicked people out of the north of Gaza and moved them to South Gaza. And then what they're attempting to do is bribe Sisi and Egypt to open up the Rafah border crossing to make it so that you set up a tent city in the Sinai Desert and you just keep Palestinians there. Hey, they're your problem now, Egypt. And that then there is no more Gaza Strip. It becomes occupied by Israel permanently. And they got rid of what they view as one of the impediments to returning Israel to its biblical borders. Right? Next, of course, they'll continue with the illegal settlements in the West Bank, try to kick out all the Palestinians from there. And we're off to the races. And I don't even think they'll stop there. They want parts of Lebanon as well, right? So this is what they want. And they set up an impossible standard so they have an excuse to continue doing it. It's the perfect analogy is the war on terror, what the U.S. did with the war on terror. How are you going to defeat terror? It's not possible to defeat terror. That's not a thing. So it's a war on a tactic. That tactic's always going to exist. That ideology is always going to exist. But it allows us an open-ended conflict. It allows us to continue a war in perpetuity. That's what we did. Iraq, Afghanistan. And that's exactly what Israel's doing now. And they've literally invoked 9/11 a number of times. Like, hey, nobody told the U.S. to stop after 9/11, so nobody should tell us to stop. So Elon Musk is right. I would just tell him, take it a step further. They know, Israel knows this, and they purposefully set up an impossible standard so they can excuse and justify their continued bombing and continued ethnic cleansing. It's dark, but it also happens to be the truth. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.